Thanks.
Good luck, Zach.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Guys, here on a Sunday.
What is that? Thanks.
Let's go! Tomahawk GNCC Racing!
You are watching a Zach Attack 1 dirt bike commentary video at the Tomahawk GNCC. This is a 3-hour-long cross-country race through the woods. Here we go in the Open A class. Let's do some racing. I got a good jump off the whole shot, sitting in 4th. Left and right, crisscrossing lines, rev limiters going off, motors are screaming. A lot of congestion off the start here as we settle into our positions. We're down, man down! Hey! Woohoo! Kegel Racing. So hey, this is how you meet people. A very good bonding experience if you run them over. Now we're like best buds for life. But seriously, I put on the brakes and I'm like, oh God. Then I get hit from behind. But we are lucky. I mean, we're very lucky to be able to just walk out of that one with no issue, but back into the action, it's crazy! Ripping up this hill! I'm at the end of the firing range, just getting splattered with shale and dirt. In front of us here, this is Maxwell. He's from Indiana, and he's a huge fan of the show. I've been talking to him on Facebook, and I've seen him on the comments. It was awesome, finally, to be able to meet him in person. So, and now, look at this. Now we're racing each other out here. Really cool. Now we're about halfway through the first lap, and some small bore rippers just come flying by. And I'm just like, I'm warming up still here. It's the first lap, I'm getting into the groove. Some of these guys are screaming. Actually, it's pretty, we got some traffic here. It's getting kind of wild. Someone behind me yelling. There's traffic. What is he? Someone's yelling. Screw it. Go around me, but good luck. There's a pile of people in front of you. What are you gonna? What good's that gonna do? Oh, but it's a frenzy. It's chaos right now. This is what it's all about. You gotta like it. You gotta be very aggressive. Oh no! need a breather. No, you can't. It's a 3-hour GNCC race. You can't stop. The action doesn't stop. It's just, you gotta go. It's been dry around here, so it is dusty out in the fields, especially on the first lap. You can't see. You can't see at the time, so let's be a little cautious on this first lap. Track. This was pretty cool in here. Kind of rough though. They had the morning race, 2-hour race in the morning, and it was ripped up pretty good. So now we're on the first lap of a 3-hour long race. You can imagine how bad it's going to get out here. It was rough to begin with. Didn't include the whole track. We kind of started halfway through it. So now lap 1 is done. And so now we're on the forward half of the lap and we're going through the pro pits. At this point, I'm starting to kind of settle in. I'm settling in. I'm feeling more comfortable. I'm loosening up. Now here we are crossing the road, getting onto this side of the track. Pretty good woods over in here. You know, obviously any GNCC is pretty, well, it's rough out there, but we got a good hill climb. Monster Energy Hill. Come back across the road, and over here, these fields are like a flashback to the Dirty 30s, the Great Dust Bowl. It was dusty. Woo! Kegel. We had another Kegel here. Huh. I wonder if I should run him over as well. Oh yeah! Oh, I'm starting to open up that can of throttle. Now, if you look in front of us, who is that? That is Adam. That's our man Adam, running the 258 class. Woo! I'll take full responsibility. I didn't get around to putting a camera on Adam. Normally he wears a camera as well, but I didn't get to it. This was probably my favorite section. It was probably one of the more technical sections of the track. Roots and some rocks, a little bit of mud. Now we got this uphill. This was bumpy. and it's amazing, actually, how flat the camera makes it. It is a whole different track from what you can see here, right? Riding it, it's unbelievable. It's whoops, and there's bumps, the roots are huge right there. There's some big whoops. But it flattens it all out. You don't even realize it from the camera's perspective. Oh, there's Kegel. All right, I'm gonna need some insight. Somebody's got to know the Kegels here. Are they related? Brothers? Cousins? Sisters? Okay. What am I saying? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just... section, I call it. This is like amazing here, just winding up through. It's really cool. Lap 2 is complete. Back into the dusty fields. Some guy comes flying by. Different class, so I'm like, all right, we'll let him go. Poof! He's gone! I can't say, I lost him. Yikes. The silt is unbelievable. Through the pro pits we go, scoping out where all my competition pits, you know, the XC1 guys and XC2 guys. I honestly felt like half the race I was in the air. Like the bike is in the air. I'm airborne because there's so many kickers, so much stuff out there. The bike is just, it's hopping. It's like grasshopper out there. You gotta make sure, you know, that you're pointed in the right direction because you can't turn when you're in the air. And I'm still making mistakes on some line choices, like right here. You know, as I'm going through the track, I'm learning the hot lines and stuff, but still making some mistakes. On the bike now, and I'm starting to get moving pretty good. But look at this. So I take the right line here because I knew somebody was behind me. If you can take, especially in the GNCCs, if you can take a line that keeps you moving, I mean, you might lose a second or two, but it allows traffic to go by you without having for you to pull off the track, it's valuable. So that's what I was doing there. Now wait a second. Who is this guy? It's Mike Cook, his first race of the season, coming out for the 3-hour GNCC race. He hasn't even been riding his bike. Can you believe that? And he's out here ripping. I think he said it was his second time riding his bike this season. He hasn't raced it or anything. Oh, let's just go do a 3-hour GNCC. It is the best way to get yourself into it, but man, you should see me when I get on my bike for the first time in the season. I couldn't even get her out of second gear. We're really moving through here. Now notice something. I want you to see if you can pick up on this. Watch how straight I'm going. See where I'm riding? I'm riding just kind of straight. Little trick, little technique for you guys, but you gotta be careful because when you don't ride the main run, you can flop out of it easily. getting anxious. I got to get around Mike. I'm going to put the pressure on. Mike, he ended up, it's very disappointing, his tire blew out. He lost all his air in his tire. That's why I've been running Mooses. You don't have to worry about that. The bumps in these fields, the whoops were just brutal. And they're not just fun whoops, they're very sharp, square edge bumps that just jolt you through the spine. And really, you gotta be standing. You gotta stand the majority of the time. I mean, you should be anyway, if you're riding aggressive, but I mean, this gives you no option. Lap 3 done. We are an hour and a half into the race. We're halfway through. Holy crap! Only halfway! Yeah! Thank you for that, because you're getting me through this race. Honestly, the cheering, all you guys out there, I'm trying to put you in. I don't know if you've noticed, I put all the clips in that I've found of you guys cheering. So, thank you. You kept me moving. Because this full 3 hours, I mean, this isn't riding a merry-go-round and eating popcorn at the park. This is, you know, you're pushing. And especially at the end of it here, you've got to be focused, because you lose your train of thought and you make one mistake. It could be a very bad mistake at these speeds. But man, we're in the single track section here, chasing down somebody. This is some racing action right now. We got some brake squeak going on. I'm riding. I'm having some fun. You could rip through it. When I get around that rider, the only thing is, I gotta pick. So as I wrap up getting my fuel here, there's people going by, and I'm like, oh, go, 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 go! Little did I know, that was Caleb Russell that flew by. He was going so fast, I didn't even see him. And then there's a rev limiter. I'm like, oh, all right, slow down. That's Trevor Bollinger running second place, chasing Caleb down, who's right up there. So I'm looking around, is that everybody? Top two guys just flew by, who's coming next? And so I come through scoring, 2 laps to go, and this is where the camera runs out of battery. 2 hours into the race, and I just hammer back. I hammer down on those last 2 laps. I wrap it up with a 10th place in Open A class and an overall finish of 83 out of the 205 entries. So, hey, that's in the afternoon pro race. I'm pretty happy with that. It was a decent race for my first GNCC this season. And, well, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.